Welcome to section 8.4. This is the 68th session of the CISSP exam prep series. In this session, we'll learn how buyers judge whether a system is actually secure enough. We'll answer several questions. Why do organizations demand formal security evaluations? What is the common criteria? How do protection profiles and security targets fit together? What do the evaluation assurance levels measure? What can the common criteria not do? And what is an authorization to operate? Why does this matter beyond the exam? Because at some point you will help choose a product for a high-stakes environment, and marketing claims alone will not cut it. Picture a central bank shopping for a system to guard transaction records worth billions. They cannot simply trust a vendor brochure. They need independent proof. Understanding evaluation frameworks lets you compare products on evidence, not promises, and lets you sign off on a system with real confidence. So why do organizations demand formal security evaluations? Because some data is too valuable or too dangerous to protect on faith. Buyers of sensitive systems like national security agencies or major financial firms want to understand a product's strengths and weaknesses before they ever purchase it. So they insist on systems that have passed a formal evaluation and earned a security rating. Usually a trusted independent third party performs that testing, and their seal of approval is the real prize. Think of a restaurant that will only buy from suppliers with an independent food safety certificate. The certificate, not the sales pitch, is what earns the order. What is the common criteria? It is an internationally recognized framework that defines standardized levels for testing and confirming a system's security capabilities. It was designed to be dynamic and flexible, and it replaced older, more rigid rating systems that came before it. It is now published as an international standard, adopted by many countries so that one nation's evaluation is honoured by the others, which avoids wasteful duplicate testing. Its goals are to boost buyer confidence, keep evaluations consistent and cost-effective, and assess both what a system does and how much you can trust it. But an important caution stays true. Even the highest rating never guarantees a system is flawless. Think of a crash test rating for a car. It is a rigorous, shared standard, but a top score still does not promise you will never be in an accident. How do protection profiles and security targets fit together? These are the two halves of the common criteria conversation. A protection profile is the customer's wish list, the I want. It states the security requirements the buyer needs from the product being evaluated. A security target is the vendor's answer, the I will provide. It states the security claims actually built into their system. Vendors can also offer optional packages, extra bundles of security features, much like trim options when buying a car. The buyer then matches their protection profile against the security targets on offer and picks the closest fit. Think of house hunting with a must-have list, then comparing it against what each listing actually delivers. What do the evaluation assurance levels measure? Evaluation assurance levels, running from 1 up to 7, grade how rigorously a system was tested and verified. A low level means only basic confidence, suitable when threats are not serious, like light, functional testing. As you climb, the engineering discipline deepens, from methodically tested to methodically designed and reviewed to semi-formally verified. The very top level demands formal, mathematically rigorous analysis and is reserved for the highest risk situations guarding the most valuable assets. These levels give buyers a standardized way to compare vendors on trustworthiness. Think of belt ranks in martial arts. A higher belt reflects deeper, more rigorously proven skill, not just more time spent. What can the common criteria not do? It is powerful, but it has clear blind spots you must respect. It says nothing about whether users handle data safely once they have it. It ignores administrative matters outside its narrow security scope. It does not evaluate a system in its real setting, so it skips personnel practices, organizational procedures, and physical security entirely. It also does not cover control of electromagnetic emissions or rate the strength of cryptographic algorithms. Think of a certificate that proves a safe is well built, while saying nothing about who holds the combination or which room the safe sits in. The rating covers the box, not the whole environment. What is an authorization to operate? An authorization to operate is the official green light to run a secured system for real work and to formally accept its risk. It comes from the risk management framework, and it is the modern replacement for the older idea of accreditation. The decision is made by an authorizing official, a person empowered to weigh a system, its operations, and its risks. That official can issue 4 kinds of decisions: a full authorization to operate when risk is acceptable, a common control authorization when a control is safely inherited from another provider, an authorization to use when a third-party service, like a cloud provider, carries acceptable risk, and a denial when the risk is simply too high. An authorization is not forever. It must be renewed when it expires, after a significant breach, or after a major security change. Think of a restaurant health permit, granted when the kitchen passes, but pulled and re-earned after a serious violation or a big remodel. So, let's bring it together. Organizations demand formal evaluations because high-value data cannot rest on vendor promises. The common criteria is the shared international framework that rates a system's security, using protection profiles as the buyer's wish list and security targets as the vendor's answer. Evaluation assurance levels 1 through 7 grade how rigorously that security was proven, though the framework ignores users, physical setting, and crypto strength. And an authorization to operate is the formal approval from an authorizing official to run a system and accept its risk. Together, these turn security into something you can compare and defend. The MCQs covering all the topics and concepts from this session are available on rucloud.com. Practice the chapter-specific MCQs before moving on to the next session. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, post a comment below or email us. I will see you in the next session.